hanging out with us. So, welcome everybody. And I'd just like to start today and say that we have a record number of absentee votes in South Carolina alone. Will beat our 2016 record. And let's see if I can pull up that report. But really proud of everybody that was working on the absentee voter project with us at Carolina for All. Really thankful that we had all of the support and assistance that we did to help people get out and know where they can drop off their absentee ballots, and even now with our rides to the polls that we're offering around the state. So thank you. You are very appreciated. And yeah, that's just all I'd like to say starting out. And I think we have a few more people that would like to give some input into as to what we've been doing lately. So I'm going to go ahead and Reverend Leo Woodbury, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, so I wanted to ask you about some things you're going to discuss with us tonight.
I'm sorry, you kind of breaking up. I couldn't understand the question. Can you repeat the question, please?
I think she was saying, could you go ahead and start off for us?
Oh, what we've been doing?
Yes.
Okay, so we have, you guys know we have the billboards up. We have billboards up in 3 locations in Florence, one in Hartsville, one in Lake City, all digital billboards. We have online Get Out the Vote video. That's about a minute. Then we'll be having a conversation tomorrow about seeing whether or not we can put that on Spectrum on the BET station, which hopefully, depending on the cost, we'll do a rotation. But we're also thinking that 2 good spots will be the BET award slot and also the Tyler Perry slot. And we all did our Souls to the Polls where we had 30 cars. And ever since that October 5th, we've had lines and the parking lot's been filled at the commission. Let's see what else we're doing. We're doing some, we got people set up doing text messaging. We have volunteers for taking people to the polls. We're doing absentee ballots. Loretta Slater is. And we're actually picking up as many as possible. We've done about 200 of them so far. And Saturday, we had a Get Out the Vote rally at our church. And this coming Saturday, we're going to have a fish fry, Get Out the Vote fish fry. And then the 31st, then also November 2nd, the day before the general election, we're going to have another Souls to the Polls caravan. So that's basically where we are. We're, trying to run people to the polls as much as possible, do some phone banking, and we're revving up now to do text messaging and also to do robocalls, sharing that. And let me see, one more thing. Oh, the other thing is we're sending out a article. It's been sent today for the Community Times and the Upstate Times, which are 2 African-American newspapers. I think I got it all. And Loretta and Rashad had to step out, so they're not here to let me know if I forgot something. But that's our report. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you very much. That was an awesome update. And also, I wanted to mention that I pulled up the State Election Commission report. So, total absentee ballots issued so far as of October 16th was 675,000 ballots, which beat our 2016 general election record of 517,000 ballots. So that's really awesome. I just wanted to add that in there since I mentioned it a little bit earlier. But yeah, does anyone else have anything they'd like to share, discuss?
Another thing Carolina for All is really focusing on is I think these last 2 Saturdays before the election, the election commission is doing voting on those days. Originally, I think the days were supposed to be Monday through Friday, and they weren't working on Saturdays, but I think they added Saturday as a day for the 24th and the 31st of October. And we're really trying to get a push for having young people generally for the ages of 18 to 32 to definitely get out and vote absentee on those days. I personally, since I'm doing the communications and everything for like Facebook and everything, I am trying to probably put like a focus, maybe start some hashtags for Instagram or anything like that, to try to get this push going. And the main reason why we're choosing the Saturdays is because 18 and 32-year-olds, usually those are people that are probably in the workforce and they probably working Monday through Friday. So Saturday is a perfect day to push for those young people to definitely get out there. And we also had an event last Sunday working with the Ruthless Vote Getters. We had a caravan. I think it hit a few churches in Eastover, and I went to the location in Columbia where we went to the Colony Apartments and we were serving free fish plates, and we were definitely getting people to get involved with the Ruthless Vote Getters. They're signing their their RV that they had and everything like that, and definitely had a lot of great conversations with people in that community, and definitely reached a lot of people and got our name out within that community, and especially talked about voting and absentee voting and all that kind of stuff. I know William Christopher, I know you were there. Do you want to share anything or anything that you were working on with Carolina for All? Or anybody else? William, I think you're on mute if you are speaking, because it looks like your camera is.
Well, okay, this will be much better.
Thank you.
If you wanted to hear what I had to say, because it doesn't work without it. We had a lot of fun. I think Doug was actually staying behind and serving fish, but we joined in the caravan, which is something that the bus does everywhere that it goes. And we just ride around the community. There were like 10 of us in a chain, and we were beeping the horn in unison. Somebody would pick up a little tune, and we would all follow from the front to the back. And a lot of people came out to see what was going on, and then we, rode back the same way to give them a retake of it. And it's just, people were pointing, and it just it got some attention, and they could see very clearly, your vote counts on the side of the bus, and that was the whole message. So I think it accomplished what it needed to. Odell, the hot fish master, passed out, cooked, and you helped pass out, and I helped pass out more than 100 meals. Man, I wish you could have kept it, going even faster, but there's a limit to the number of fish you can cook with 2 big pots, and the wind was not helping any, because that was keeping the flames down. But see, I'm working in other counties trying to get some activity in some coastal areas, and we've had some volunteers and a few paid positions in these counties that have kept things going. Georgetown has gotten, I think, 52 previously, 52 rides, which is a exceptional number. They had couple of people calling and a couple of people delivering or driving. Williamsburg and Kingstree, Lutheran County. Last week, about a dozen and more, going forward this week. I think they have, about a handful lined up that they haven't even taken out yet. They haven't given rides to. And Charleston, downtown Charleston, yesterday was the first day that the satellites opened in Charleston. So we were collecting names. Danielle, as I've known for years, is a great activist in downtown. She's been calling and doing door-to-door canvassing for the last couple of weeks, and already had 15 to 20 names lined up. So they have a driver or two who's going out. One currently going and picking up people and taking them to those satellite locations. There are 4. But until yesterday, even though the registration office was still doing some early voting, it was hard to get to. And there was one location at the Coliseum, but that was way north of downtown. That's a little bit too, I don't know why they made that decision, but the Coliseum for the first couple of weeks was open, but nobody's going to drive, 25 minutes up there. Or some people did, I'm sure, but the majority of people needed places around downtown, around other places around Charleston, Mount Pleasant, James Island, whatever, so that they could get to it more easily. And finally, those locations have opened. So these last couple of weeks, they're going to see a major flow through. And we're already, got some names lined up to give rides to in Charleston. That's about it. And I just organization that helps us, and this helped at least in Columbia with billboards, is called Center for Common Ground. And I just took some training this afternoon and started getting calls made, called in Charleston and in Georgia. They're working with a national group called the Reclaim Your Vote, which is, you have people even from the West Coast who are joining in. So during the couple of hours this evening, they estimated they were probably going to have about 3,500 calls made from this organization, people from all over the country calling to Georgia in specific counties that were very carefully selected. This calling program, if anybody is interested in joining in and has some extra time, is very well done. It's much better than a lot of programs that I've dealt with in the past through the calling that I did with the labor people, and also with Sandra's campaign and many other campaigns in the past. This is so much better and it's more efficient. We were encouraged to leave messages. We're reaching more people. They have a tremendous rate. That group so far nationwide has made close to 1 million calls in recent months. That's absolutely amazing. Rather than the typical 5 to 10% of people that we were reaching, that I have reached previously in other call banks that I've been doing over the years, which is not a very good number. This group reaches like 40 to 60%, which is amazing. So that's a good thing. They have a good rate and a good policy. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. That's it. And we also, myself and Danielle and Charleston, we've been doing a little bit of texting, and we'll be doing more before the election. And that's all under this group. And, Doug and I were trying to use the Sierra Club program, and it was just like, going out and running in the mud to get nowhere.
It was rough, yeah.
We took these trainings and worked so hard, and we waited, and Doug waited and got scripts ready, and just waiting for nothing. So all we did, Danielle and I contacted immediately the same day that we signed up with this other group under the Center. This is Reclaim, both the same organizations that I just mentioned with the calling. They got us working immediately. The training was short and fast, and they were easy to work with. That's it.
Thank you so much, William. And thank you, Reverend Woodbury, for earlier for talking about everything that y'all are working on in the Florence community and everywhere else that y'all are. And I want to make sure I remind everybody that we are putting the focus on the 24th of October and the 31st of October, trying to get young people out to vote. We will be posting on our socials and making sure that we try to get everybody to participate as much as possible. Does anybody else have anything to add to this video?
I was just going to mention,
Um,
go ahead.
I just
Carolyn?
think that. Sorry, William. Go ahead.
I was just going to add that as far as the rides are concerned, and maybe Reverend Woodbury has noticed the same thing, we've encountered some people that had got absentee ballots, but they would still like to get a ride to turn those absentee ballots in because they feel better about it. I know the Postal Service has even been doing some ads on TV saying that you can trust us, that kind of thing. But right now, people are trusting less on any side, and it's not the Postal Service they don't trust. It's other forces out there that might come into play. So they just feel more comfortable turning the ballots in, the absentee ballots in that they already have, to the voting, to the voter registration offices and satellite locations. And we are giving rides to those people as well as those who want to vote in person.
And I don't know about everybody else, but I have been seeing a lot of on my personal social pages, I've been seeing a lot of people actually like getting the voting done and getting their stickers and all that kind of stuff. So it's great to see. And I know Sarah Emily was talking about the fact that over 600,000 people have requested ballots already. So that is a great thing. Sarah Emily, I think you had something else to say.
Yeah, I was going to say that we're getting a lot of people too who would rather have people drop off the absentee ballots rather than put them in the mail. And another thing we found is that we're able to, or Loretta specifically, we're able to serve as witness and witness the ballots for folks. That's another thing we have to look out for. Some people turning in their ballots without having them witness. And so what we're doing is asking their permission if we can witness it in front of the folks at the election commission, and also encouraging them that if they mailed it in and it wasn't witnessed, that they call the election commission. And if that doesn't work, then we know that their ballot will not be accepted, and they need to then work on going there personally to vote.
Definitely. And also to touch on something that William said, that we are definitely working on, because William was talking about people are a little bit scared about their absentee ballots being tampered with in some kind of way, not by the U.S. Postal Services in particular, but just in general, because that's something that's been in the media. We have also, I think we officially started getting the links for the app for the voter, just in case for people to report voter intimidation or anything like that when they're out voting, whether it be absentee. I think we're going to start posting those soon. We finally got the links, I think yesterday or earlier today. So we'll definitely be posting all of that information. Does anybody else have anything?
Oh, this is Dom. And let me just say, those are good reports, really good reports from Leo and William, and from you also, Doug, and the folks that are out in the field. I just wanted to mention that the lawsuit filed by the League of Women Voters that the Alliance for Empowered Americans signed on to is supposed to be heard in court tomorrow, and that is on the witness signature. And of course, the cure for the cure for the lawsuit would be that, if voters don't have a signature on it as well, if they have not gotten a signature or a witness, that they would have the opportunity to get it done, or that it would still be counted if they were contacted and it was them. So I don't know that we'll win this in a few other states, but the Alliance, I don't know what's wrong with my phone, in a few other states where the Alliance signed on to the lawsuit, they have won this. So hopefully we'll know something tomorrow. And even though we're just, 2 weeks out, that might give us a lot more votes if people didn't have it signed or didn't have it witnessed. So.
Gotcha. That's a great update. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah, that reminded me of one more thing, that there's been reports of people casting ballots and Jamie Harrison's name not being on the ballot. And so the csay2020.com is where you report things that go wrong. And so we have about 5 reports that we put on that app. And there's been some more in other parts of the state. And so a representative from Reclaim Your Vote will be on Inside Edition, the television show, either I think in Columbia, I think that's on CBS and MDC in Florence. So look to see Andrea Miller on TV addressing the issue that Jamie Harrison's name, people are saying is not showing up on all the ballots.
Wow, that's serious. Jamie was on, I think, MSNBC this morning, and he didn't mention that, but yeah, that's really serious. There have been some places that have turned in where the ballots are incomplete. So that's certainly something where are y'all reporting that to on the hotline, Leo? Those kind of things.
There's an app that's csay2020.com that you guys have access to. And
yeah, Doug, are you familiar with that?
I'm not exactly sure of the app that we're going to be using, but I'm sure I have an email or something on it. I can definitely look into it a little bit more.
I think, Doug, I think it's the same that we were right, that Reverend Woodbury is just referring to, that came out of a Reclaim Your Vote, and that's a See Something, Say Something. And you can, of course, you can do the link, but you can also just go to Play Store and put in See Something, and it will automatically come up. And an easy download. There are a few complaints about that it doesn't upload videos too fast, but still there's a lot of great comments about it. And it's the same technical people, the great technical people that designed that phone program I was just talking about, working with Reclaim Your Vote and the center. So that hopefully that will capture a lot of interesting things before the election, not just during the election.
During the election, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
All right. I think that unless anybody else has anything else to say, I'm just going to do a quick recap, and then I think we're going to call it a night. Anybody else?
It's funny that would happen. The thing about Jamie's name not being on there, because during the texting training that I took a week ago, they said they expected something like that to happen. And they mentioned him specifically, go figure. And what do you know? It's already happening. They didn't make it happen. It just happened.
It's a lot of crazy things happening. Because I was looking at the news and I was just kind of shaking my head the whole time. Just to make sure we remind everybody, like I said earlier, we will be sharing the socials to the See Something, Say Something app. We will be sharing that link so you can get that app on your phone and you can report anything that you need to see. Thank you all for joining us and letting us know what everybody's working on in the Carolina for All organization. And I want to also encourage anybody, because I know that this will be posted on Facebook a little bit later. Anybody that sees this, you can also be a part of these calls. Just contact us on either email, carolinaforall@gmail.com, or comment under one of our Facebook posts and let us know that you want to be involved in one of these calls. We do it every Tuesday night. And once again, on the 24th and the 31st, we are putting the focus on trying to get young people out to the vote polls, and that's ages 18 to 32. I mean, of course, we want everybody to vote, but we're definitely just focusing on young people on those Saturdays, and we want to make sure that we try to get as many people out as possible. Please be sure to participate as much as possible on our socials. We love seeing participation. We love answering questions. And I think that's it. I hope everybody that's on this call has a good night. And I hope everybody that sees this video has a good day.
Thanks. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks for the support. Bye.
Good night.